There were two reasons for it. One, I wanted to get him away from the world of superheroes and superpowers and bug-eyed aliens and stuff like that, and put him firmly in the real world, because I wanted to do stories that would be relatable to people. A good number of the stories that I wrote over the years came straight out of the headlines. Some of them I beat the headlines to the punch, like with the Longbow Hunters. I'll tell you that story in just a second. But as a small town guy, I grew up in Florence, Wisconsin, 100 miles north of here. And I had only lived in 3 cities in my life: New York, Chicago, and Seattle, where I was living at the time that I did the Longbow Hunters. And I had already used New York as a backdrop for Sable. And Chicago, it's great food, terrific music, and everything else, but it doesn't have the atmosphere, the surrounding countryside that Seattle has to offer. Seattle had mountains as part of the landscape. You look out, you see the cityscape with the Space Needle and everything else, and Mount Rainier is right there. The ocean is right there. Canada is a spitting distance across the border, and within an hour you can be in the mountains, you can be in desert, you can be anywhere you want. Thriving international community with a lot of culture, and it just seemed like the perfect setting at the time. It also helps to write what you know. Agatha Christie said, when you read a book, you get 10% plot, 20% characterization, and 70% whatever the author knows best. So I wasn't going to write a story like set in LA and talk about the slums on Rodeo Drive, right? People would get the idea you're making this stuff up. So I wanted to be as authentic as possible.